So what are the three primary rules of RBAC? The National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, which developed the RBAC model, it provides the three basic rules for all RBAC systems. First is role assign, means a user must be assigned one or more active roles to exercise permissions or privileges. Second is role authorization. The user must be authorized to take on the role or roles they have been assigned. Third is permission authorization. So permission or privileges are granted only to the users who have been authorized through their role assignments. Then what are the four models of RBAC? There are four separate models of implementing RBAC, but each model begins with the same core structure. Each successive model builds a new functionality and features upon the previous model. The four models are: first is core RBAC, second is hierarchical RBAC, third is constraint RBAC, and last one is symmetric RBAC. So here core RBAC means sometimes called flat RBAC. So this model is the required foundation for any RBAC systems. It follows the three basic rules of RBAC. Users are assigned roles and those roles authorized access to specific set of permissions and privileges. Then core RBAC can be used as a primary access control system or as the basis for more advanced RBAC models. Second is hierarchical RBAC. This model adds roles hierarchies that replicates the reporting structure of an organization. In a role hierarchy, each role inherits the permissions of the role beneath it and gains new permissions. For example, a role hierarchy might include executive managers, supervisors, and line employees. An executive at the top of the hierarchy would be authorized for a full set of permissions, while managers, supervisors, and line employees would each be granted successively smaller subset of the permission set. Next is constraint RBAC. So in addition to the role hierarchies, this model adds capabilities for enforcing separation of duties. So separation of duty, it helps to prevent conflicts of interest by requiring two peoples to complete the certain task. For example, a user who requests reimbursement for a business expenses should not be the same person who approved that request. So constraint RBAC policies ensure that user privileges are separated for these type of tasks. Symmetric RBAC. This model is the most advanced, flexible, and comprehensive version of RBAC. So in addition to the capabilities of the previous models, it adds deeper visibility into the permissions across an enterprise. Organizations are able to review how to each permissions map to each role and each users in the system. So they can also just adjust the and update the permissions associated with the roles as the business processes and employee responsibilities evolve. So these features are especially valuable to large organizations that must ensure that every role and every user has the least amount of access required to carry out the task. So in next part, we will see multi-factor authentication.